views expressed are solely those of the speaker and not necessarily those of Paltalk.com, AVM Software, or its advertisers.
Talk is online. News Talk Online is a production of Paltalk.com, the largest multimedia interactive program on the internet with more than 4 million unique users on demand on iTunes and on YouTube and on my blog, GaryBaumgarten.com, where you're encouraged to post your comments, whether you agree with yours truly or not. No retribution. And thanks to our good friends at CRN Digital Talk Radio. We're syndicated across the United States into 12 million additional households. I am your host, Gary Baumgarten. I welcome you to the show. Well, to my right, your left, is the author Marjorie Krevsky, Krevsky. She's written a book called Sirens of Chrome, which is a lovely history of the women who have always stood on the pedestal there, the turntable at the auto shows to get you to come in to see the other models, the car models. And it's an amazing history. And, I got to tell you, and this is going to be a little self-indulgent, self-explanatory, explanation, a self-view of my life, my entering puberty, because, growing up in Detroit, in an automotive family, my dad worked at Ford Motor Company. Everybody in Detroit, one way or another, as far as I knew back in those days, was somehow related to the auto industry. And so every year, the Detroit Auto Show, which was later renamed the North American International Auto Show, was held down at Cobo Hall. And, of course, Christmas time, my dad being a Ford employee, guess where we would go for the Christmas party, the company Christmas party every year?
I don't know. Where would you go?
The Rotunda.
Oh, of course.
In Dearborn.
Yes.
And they always had these great new models of the cars that were there, both current and concept vehicles. But at a certain point in my maturation process, I started noticing, as did my buddies, the other models. Yes, as we entered puberty, we recognized that there was another reason to go to the auto shows, and that was for the human flesh models that were there to. And in the beginning, window dressing, they knew nothing about the cars back in the day.
In the beginning,
that's correct. In the beginning, they knew very little about the cars, but we didn't care. We weren't there to learn about the cars from the girls. We were there to learn about the cars from the representatives, but we were there to take pictures of the girls as well as the cars. Then came a time in history, Marjorie, where the models, first of all, men became models as well. In
That's
fact, you
correct.
have one picture in here of a guy all buffed up, kind of, not one that I would want to show because it makes me look real flabby, but that's true. There were men that started to become, and they weren't just window dressing any longer. They became product specialists.
That's correct. And about the beginning of the 1970s, when Ms. Magazine came out, it was just a natural cultural phenomenon that women all of a sudden were taking place in industry and in business more. So it happened also within the automotive business. The window dressing was there, but all of a sudden they became product specialists, men and women, who knew a great deal about cars. So you got another element when you went to the auto show. Certainly you saw the great cars, which were well designed. You saw mainly attractive people, but you could talk to these people, and you could have a really terrific experience learning about the brand of the car that you were looking at, or the attributes of the car, or you could really learn something. You could learn about the technology of the car. If you wanted to know what an overhead cam fuel-injected V6, V8 was, and any of the new technology, they could tell you. So it was fun. You could get into a car.
My cousin Vinny.
Your cousin Vinny would have been A+ there.
Yes, of
Right.
course, because she knew more about cars than he did.
And that movie is a great example because she was a gearhead personified. Most of the product specialists on the auto show floor are exactly like that. They're attractive, but they know cars. They can go pretty much one-on-one with gearheads, or if you don't know a lot about cars, they can teach you about it. So it's an interesting time at the auto show.
Now, right now, obviously, it's no question, no surprise to anybody that the auto industry is really, really struggling. Is that kind of flash being toned down a little bit now because they don't want to give the impression that it's all flashy, but we're interested more in fuel savings and
well, the
cutting
industry
back.
changes.
Yes.
And certainly it has changed. The auto show has changed a little bit this time, but every year it's different. Part of it has to do with the economy, part of it has to do with the new vehicles that are out, and part of it has to do with the new technology. And certainly the flash is down, but the cars are there. And there's a lot of new technology, the hybrids, the green cars, and there's a lot that's happening in the news today that's very interesting. For example, if you go to the New York Auto Show,
which is on now.
Right now, at this moment, you'll see in the Chrysler exhibit, just like we see headlines about Chrysler and Fiat joining together, you'll see Fiats on the Chrysler exhibit floor. Very interesting. On the Nissan exhibit floor, if you go there, you'll see one of their great cars, and that is that classic Z car, because that's what people love about Nissan. So there's still a lot of great elements, and the show has changed. You're not going to see a lot of waterfalls like you did before, a lot of pyrotechnics. But the cars, I would say, the show now is about the cars.
Yeah, and everybody wants, as you suggested, cars that are cleaner and more economical.
It's the new technology, so people are really interested about it, and lots of questions about how does this stuff work.
Oh, listen, I've got a Mercury Milan. I traded in a Mercury Milan, and I got a Mercury Milan. You'd think in 3 years the car would be the same. It is not the same.
No, every year, just like advancements in IT technology go forward, just almost every day there's something new invented in the auto industry that comes out. So that's why it's exciting to go in and see all the new technology, all the new buzzers and whistles and things that these cars have.
Some of it is IT technology. I could talk to my car and say, call Marjorie, and
it could do it.
The car calls Marjorie, and if I want to listen to Sirius Satellite Radio, I say to the car, turn on Sirius Satellite Radio, and it does.
And last year when Lexus came out with a new car, it could park itself. I like that part.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Well,
right.
Women drive. Oh, God, I'm going to
Don't
get myself
say
in trouble.
anything.
I'm going to get myself in big trouble.
You are, but I happen to like that feature.
Yes, I imagine. Well, my car, I have to admit, I was backing it up, and it starts going beep, 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 beeps, telling me, dummy, there's something behind you if you keep backing.
And the technology will also give you a screen so that you can see what's behind you. It's pretty amazing.
A friend of mine drives a Lexus, an SUV Lexus.
The RX 350?
I think it is. It's like loaded. And what's really interesting is when he sets his cruise control, and let's say he sets it at 65 miles an hour on the interstate.
Okay.
If the traffic in front of him starts to slow down, guess what? The car slows down for him.
It has a brain. It's amazing. It will help with all these safety features.